y'all, I'm Miss Stacy. Welcome to Stacy's Homestead, and today I'm making my grandma's vegetable soup she taught me how to make when I was younger. My great Aunt Reba, my Aunt Dorothy, my grandma all made this. It always tastes the exact same. they each had the same recipe, so they taught me, and I'm going to show you how it's made. It's really simple. You just need a bunch of vegetables and meat and water and bouillon. It's really like super simple. So let's do this. Alrighty guys, so we got everything prepped here. So I have 5 pounds of stew meat I'm cutting up. Now it's good to cut it up when it's still on the frozen side. All meat is. That way it can cut easier. Stew meat comes in big giant chunks, and if you don't cut it, you're gonna have like pieces that are huge for your mouth. You don't want that. They're bigger than this. I've already chopped it up a bunch. So this is about 4 pounds. Where's the camera? Okay, 4 pounds of meat here, and I'm just chopping it up while it's still froze, so I have decent bite-sized pieces, like so, about that much. And we're going to put this in our water first, okay? So we're just going to basically make a broth right now. Cook our meat up, and we're going to cook the meat for 2 hours. This is a long thing. So you got to cook it for like 2 hours, okay, guys? Because I like to have my meat really nice and chewy. Sometimes the stew meat, not chewy, tender. Sometimes the stew meat can be pretty tough if you don't cook it long enough. So we're gonna cook it for like 2 hours on the stove and get it all loosened up, and then we're gonna start adding everything. Okay, so I cut up some cabbage here. We have some carrots and celery. I love the leaves. They're really good for soups. And then we have some potatoes sitting in water. Everything's just ready to rock and roll here. And then we have some canned things. We got canned green beans, canned corn, and I normally don't put peas in, but I'm going to put canned peas in. Just because I want to use them just a little bit. But yeah, I mean, you just use what you have, you know what I mean? And then the best part is stewed tomatoes. So I can these 2019. A lot of these are 2019. I'm on the year 2019 here, guys. So yeah, 2019 corn. But it's really good, and we're gonna get this going. So I'll bring over. We're gonna put this in the pot and salt the water. The pot is halfway full with water. I'll show you in a minute. Not even halfway full. It's like a quarter full of water. And then we gotta put salt in it and the meat. Not too much salt because we're gonna add bouillon. There's different types of bouillon. I like this one better, or better than beef bouillon, but it's expensive. So this one's a good one. And this is okay for the soup. It gives it just a little bit different flavor. I go with the cubes. Alright, I'll show you my pot here. Alright guys, so I'm already heating it up. So the pot's probably about this full of water. It's a huge pot, okay? I used to make it in this little thingy, and I'd always run out of room. So, and then you can always can the leftovers, right? So, but you can do half of everything I'm doing, just to make smaller batch, you know. So everything's to taste. So put the water in there. I'm gonna put the rest of the salt in. Just about a tablespoon or 2 of salt. And then we're gonna put a little bit of vinegar, just a dash of vinegar to extract the nutrients and make the even more tender. Okay. Oh, can't forget. This is it. This is all ingredients. Pepper and then trapeze. Super important. This is the secret ingredient. Has your vinegar in it. Okay, so we're gonna do this. If you don't have trapeze, then do like apple cider, or I have my tonic vinegar. I make a tonic for my kids to, you know, it's called fire cider. I use that in there. It's really good too. But I have trapeze, so no need. So what I do, and I always fill it back up. So I use the vinegar out of here. We're gonna put 2 peppers. We're gonna put 1, 2. We're gonna put 3 peppers. My grandma used to use bigger peppers. Sometimes we lose them, and then someone would get it and have a really hot pepper. And then we're just gonna put a little bit of the vinegar that's in here. And then when my vinegar gets low, I always just add a little bit more white vinegar. So it's a little pepper vinegar there. And then that's why my tonic apple fire cider vinegar is good, because it has like pepper in it. So, all right, we're gonna put the meat in. Okay. And then let that cook for 2 hours. For 2 hours, and they'll come back, and then we'll put everything else in. Well, not everything in. We do in phases here. Okay. We put the canned goods in last because they're already cooked. We don't want them to get mush, you know what I mean? So we'll do the fresh vegetables first, cook those until they're al dente, then add our canned goods. And then your beef bouillon and everything too. So we'll do that after this meat cooks for a couple hours. Alrighty guys, so it's been 2 hours, and I forgot to say halfway through the first hour of the meat cooking, I put about a couple tablespoons of bouillon in just to get the flavors infused in the meat. So I put a couple tablespoons of this bouillon. I will add this for the rest because you'll need more. It's a huge pot, and for the rest of the flavoring I'll need. So let's I'm gonna do probably about 10 of them. We're gonna put 10 of them in. Okay, it's gonna be really good. All right, so we're gonna put our potatoes in, and the potatoes, it was about 6 large potatoes, and you keep them in water to keep them from browning after you peel and cut them. You can use red or yellow potatoes. You can keep the skins on those, but I prefer Idaho potatoes with this, and peeled. Okay, so let me drain this water out. All right, let's get the potatoes in. And then we're gonna put the carrots and celery in as well, okay? And I did about 10 stalks. Yeah, about 10 stalks of celery, and a half a bag of the large bags of baby carrots, or because that's all I had. So we're gonna peel this, and then put about 10 of these in. Okay, bouillon. We're gonna put a couple tablespoons of pepper in. This is when you want to, don't put too much pepper. Once I put too much pepper in, my nose was running when I ate it. And then we're gonna put our stewed tomatoes in. Any stewed tomatoes, chopped tomatoes, anything you can put in. And then we're gonna let it cook for about I don't know, until the taters are soft, you know, and then we'll add all of our canned goods after that. So, but I have some leftover tomato sauce that was just in the fridge a little bit. I'm gonna just add it in there, just because I just have it, you know, give a little bit of tomato flavor along with my stewed tomatoes. I stewed these, oh goodness, this is, yeah, 2019, so let's open this one up. Okay. I'm gonna probably get another jar of this and put it in there too, okay? Because It's really all what you prefer, you know. Put as much as or as little of an ingredient in, but the tomato flavor is important though. All right, get that pepper in and let it cook until those potatoes start softening. Oh, actually, don't do that. I forgot. Cabbage. I'm gonna let it cook for a few minutes and then add the cabbage, because I don't know why I always do that. I don't know, 15 minutes and then put the cabbage in, and then when everything's al dente, then add your canned goods, and you should be all done. You can cook it for, you know, hours if you want to. Like my grandma, it was always on the stove for a while. So, total time for me, about 3 hours. You know, you can do more, but I wouldn't do less cooking than 2 hour time, just to get it to meld the flavors, you know what I mean? So, after, you're going to have it at a low boil, and then once it starts getting a little bit soft, then you're going to turn it off. And when you add the rest in, so it just sets and melds, the flavors meld together. Okay? Alrighty guys, so I got my cabbage in. It was a whole head of cabbage, and now we're going to do the corn and the green beans. It's been cooking for about 40 minutes, and of course I want all these to warm up too, so we're gonna add these in. Now, you could also add V8 juice. My grandma used to put V8 juice in hers. Tomato juice when we didn't have tomatoes, you know. So, let's get this open. That's not how I open it. Where's my pry jar? Okay, let's see. 2019.
Why did you be quiet?
Huh?
I said you should be quiet.
Yeah, he scared me. I thought you were dead.
You thought I was saying, please be quiet.
I know. I thought Dad came out and was telling me I was too noisy. It's like, I've been cooking all night, so it's 5 in the morning now. We've been cooking. So this is for our Thanksgiving. So I'm making, you know, every day I'm doing something. I started the turkey, and now I'm making this, and I thought, you know, I might as well just do it for Thanksgiving. So I have soup also for our get together kind of thing for anybody that wants it. And then I could just can the leftovers. So plus it's something that, because it's the day before, so it's something that we can eat now. Yeah, and then I didn't put this in my Thanksgiving food video because I want to make sure I hear the seals, because this is like a video in itself. The other stuff is easy. So I might make like a separate video for some of them. I don't know. And then let's get these peas. I never add peas, but I'm just doing it because why not? All right, and we're gonna put these in. You can use can, you don't have to do your own can. And that will be done. And then we'll have some nice soup. Yeah, so we'll dish it up when it's done, and I'll show you what it looks like. Alrighty guys, so we're all done, and it's so beautiful. This brings back so many childhood memories. I ate this all the time at my grandma's, and I've cooked it for my children their entire lives. It's one of our staples. But yeah, I ended up canning. I was like, you know what, this pot is, here it is. This pot ended up being that full, and that's way too much. I know I was gonna have to can some. So let me start my timer for my vent. So I just threw some, I think it was like 8 quarts, I forget, in my canner right now. 90 minutes for quarts, 75 for pints, okay? So anyways, yeah, now after doing that, I have that much, so that's more like it. So yeah, we're gonna have that. I'll put it in a crock pot, put it on the counter, you know, as something for people if they want to have it, you know, also nice and warm on a cold day. Very delicious, very good for you. It has sodium in it though. Can't have it without salt, but I use salt that's high in mineral content, not processed salt. You want to use sea salt or like Redmond's red salt or the Himalayan salt. Those have essential minerals in it that are really, really good for your body. So your body processes different types of salt different ways. So good stuff here. I love it, love it, love it. But yeah, so I'm gonna add some crackers and sit down and watch a movie with Bit. Take a load off my feet. Got my turkey going. I got a canner going, and I have a lot more cooking to do. So we'll just see you later. Alrighty, bye bye.